In the last video, we had seen how to create a Next.js project, install shared CN, and we have seen how to do the basic routing in Next.js so that we can get the basic header and the footer. So in this video, we will see how to create the navbar, footer, and the content part using shared CN components. We will also use an AI assistant to build this website. So we can review the code, we can make some changes, we can install shared CN UI component by ourselves and then modify it by using AI. Then we can review the code and see how everything works. Okay, so let's get started doing that. And first, what I will do is I will just remove this home from here and just say a normal home page. Okay, we go to the home page, that is the main page. Okay, and this is not the main page, this is the main page. And we remove this. We just say home div home. Okay, so I'm using some autocomplete from Codium. And you can see that this home is working now. And if I reload this page, you can see header, home, and footer. Okay, now let's go to the shared CN components. Okay, and I will search for navbar and I will copy the npm command. So I'll take this responsive navbar from here. I'll copy this command and I will install this. So I will open another git bash to install. Okay, and this will install the navbar. So now if I see it is still installing, so if I go to my uh, directory and you can see a components folder here and a new component will be added, that is the navbar. So let's see if the installation is finished. So it's updating the files and yes, and we can see now in the UI, not in the UI, but in the component there is a navbar and other components are also installed, okay, that are related to the navbar. Okay, now let's install another component that is the footer. So let's go to the footer, let's search for footer. We will get a footer component here. Okay, and we can copy this component and we can use it here. So we can install this component footer. And this will also take some time and it will install, but it won't take much time because it's a small component and you can see that the footer component is also installed. Okay, now what we will do is we will use the AI assistant to include the header and the footer in our page. Okay, so we can tell it like please include newly added component, newly added navbar and footer in components directory. Okay, directory into our, we want this into our layout file. So I'm just pointing the layout.tsx file. Okay, and now what we will do is we will include this in this. So let's say send. Okay, now this will check my files and then it will add this header and footer. So it got this header and footer component, so it will add this into the layout.tsx file. Okay, so I'm saying enter. So you can see that this added into the layouts file. So if I go to the layouts file now, you can see the navbar and the footer too has been added. And now if I reload this page, you can see that the components have been added. Okay, so this is how you work with the AI. Okay, so now what we will do is we do not want this chatc and blog.com. So we need to individually set this component. So we need to modify this individually. So we will again use the AI to modify this individually. So we can wire the existing routes. So we have the pages route and the post routes and the product routes. So what we will do here is we will wire this. Okay, so if I go to Codex here and if I type here, okay, instead of shared CN, instead of shared CN blocks.com in header in navbar, I'm giving it a specific files. So in navbar and in footer we need expense tracker text. Also in navbar, so I'm giving it the file name. Only include what we can include in this. Only include the routes and pages which are there. So let's run this command, this prompt, and see what it gives us. So it will update the components to expense tracker. So one part is done. Okay, it is checking out my routes. So, and it will help me to wire those routes into the navbar. Okay, so we can see it will modify this file now. So we need to review this file. So it will modify the code for us, and then we need to review it. Or if we don't want, we can undo it. Okay, so we have an option to undo over here. So I have included this. Now let's see what it is running. Okay. So whenever we make changes, we have to review the code. So because have to know what I am doing, so you can't, if you are a beginner, you need to learn first how everything works, and then once you know everything, then it's easy to use the AI, and then you modify things. And if you don't feel the things are right, then you can revert it back or you can make changes in it. So this is how the tool works. So if I save this and if I go here, you can see that the expense tracker is come here, but there is no expense tracker came that is come in this. There's still Shadsy and blocks.com appearing here. So again, so it didn't quite do my work proper. So I will give it again the prompt and I will make my navbar to only have the routes and the pages that I have and the expense tracker text. Okay, so let's do that now. And if I go here, okay, so my nav bar. So I can say, so I'll give it specific routes now. So navbar should have expense tracker text instead of shared cnblocks.com, and and pages, posts and product routes, and also home route. Okay. So now I'm giving it a specific instructions so that it modifies the navbar for me as I want it. So this will take some time, and it will give me all the descriptions, and it will, before making a change, it will ask me to check this. Okay, so I will check this later, and I will say okay. Okay, now I will scroll down and I will see what did it do. Expense tracker, no shade CN blocks. Okay, it's telling me it has the exact thing. Okay, but okay, so I reloaded this page. So I have home, products. Okay, you can see that my products are now being loaded. I have posts, products, and home. Okay, okay, now you can see that how this works. And for expense tracker, we will now later on we will build the expenses, the expenses, then the income expenses, and then we will build some reports. So we will build a full stack application on that. This is just an example to show you. So you can see that my product has uh, so my pages have the layout. So if you go here, if you go here, you can see that I have a layout in the file. Okay, so this is a section layout, and we have other products, and this is the main layout for the products. Okay, so next we will remove this, and we will create expenses, and we will create incomes, and we will see how to use shared CN components and then use it with the AI. So thank you for watching, guys, and you can put the queries in the comments. So in the next video, I will show you how to create an expense page, then how to create an incomes page, and then we will build the application. So we will build a full stack application.